Lexi Stengel, and I am a part of SIGCAP.
My name's Lee Bell. I'm a member of Phi Sigma Kappa fraternity here at Northern Illinois.
My name is Shiv Kapoor. I am part of the Phi Kappa Psi fraternity.
Hannah Mentor, Alpha Sigma Alpha.
So I'm Eddie. I'm the president of Delta Sigma Pi, which is a professional fraternity for business students here on campus.
I think that it really gives you a way to connect with people that you normally wouldn't be able to, not just in your own house, but in other houses. And it gives you networking opportunities and the support you need to get through this kind of hard, awkward part in your life where you're just getting away from your parents and trying to figure out what you're going to do for the rest of your life and things like that.
I think Greek life is a great way to get involved and meet people. I think that it sometimes get a bad reputation, but I mean, a lot of Greeks do really good things for the community and just have fun and do volunteer events and those kinds of things. So,
honestly, it's a great experience to meet people that are going to be your best friends for the rest of your life. It really helps you out in a time where you need it.
It's brought me closer to a lot of people. I commute from home, so really, if I didn't join a sorority, then I wouldn't have met as many people as I do.
Me coming into college, I was a commuter my freshman year, so really the only friends I had were from classes, and I knew I wouldn't stick with those friends because they were gen ed classes. So I wanted to do something different, and luckily I met a group of great guys, all in Phi Sigma Kappa. They shot me a text after this most previous summer, and I went and checked it out, and I'm the first person ever in my family to do Greek life. Being from Scotland, we don't really have that over there. Not many people my age are even in school anymore, so it was just a different opportunity for me. Not what I expected, to be honest. Everyone thinks the whole Russian thing is you're gonna get hazed by the older guys, and they gotta do dumb stuff. But this was really dead serious. We had to dress like this every Sunday, I believe it was. Every Sunday for new member meetings, and we had quizzes every Sunday about the history of the chapter, the importance of the chapter, what we can do to benefit the chapter.
Our process here at NIU is 3 days for sororities. In each day you eliminate a few houses. So you'll start by going to all the houses, you meet all the girls, and then there's themes. So there's a casual day, there's a more dressed up day, and then there's a philanthropy day. That way you get the full effect and understanding of what the sorority is like, and you just eliminate as you go. And then at the end, you visit your last 2 houses on the last day, and then you get your bid from one and you run back to your homes.
So our pledge process lasts 7 to 8 weeks, depending on what our central office tells us. It changes every semester. And pretty much the process is just them getting to know the fraternity. We focus pretty heavily on getting to know all the brothers in the fraternity too, because we believe that if you don't know the brothers, you're not going to enjoy your experience. As far as the initiation process goes, can't really say anything about that because it's obviously trusted. I'm trusted to keep a secret, but I can say that it's approved by our central office, so there's nothing terrible happening there.
It's brought me closer to a lot of people that I definitely would not have met. They've helped me through a lot of different situations throughout the year, so
pretty standard ones. I definitely met a lot of guys. I know for a fact there's going to be multiple guys who are in the Phi Sigma Kappa house that will be at my wedding, and I will be worried about that day, but that's longer down the line. And then definitely continuing to be involved with sports and academics. We do get rewarded for being for the word. If you have a high GPA, you will be rewarded in the house. Through the house, there's various scholarship opportunities. So just getting out there, getting to meet everyone, and not just people in my fraternity, but people from all other Greek life.
Tons, especially with school. A lot of my friends who are in the classes that I am in now come and help me out. Study groups, having a place to go to whenever you need help, having people you can count on, having a time where Fridays and Saturdays you can go hang out a lot. there's many benefits.
Your sisters are always there if you need something as small as a ride somewhere or, someone to talk to. Also, being a special ed major, our philanthropy is with the Special Olympics, so that provides so many networking options for me and like experience that I can put on resumes and stuff like that.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm not going to say names, but definitely people only do it for the social aspect. And to be honest, that was a big factor for me. I always saw, you hear about these movies, Project X, stuff like that, and I'm like, wow, that looks like an unreal time. And, I wanted to be a part of that. And, first meeting, I was expecting, okay, here's, the social rules. Here's how we do it here. Nope. You got to learn the history. You got to keep up with your grades. You got to do community service hours. You got to join outside organizations. You just got to be involved in the community around DeKalb and campus.
So there's a bigger part of Greek life than just partying then.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah. But party is a big part for a lot of people.
I think some people join for that reason, but I know at least in our house, we really try to figure out who's not about partying. We want sisterhood and stuff like that and philanthropy. We don't want someone that's just going to be a bump on a log and just come out, for mixers and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But we really try to find good people that are there for the right reasons, and you can see that in the house. You want to be there because of the people, not because of the parties.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, a ton. Every single job I've had on campus and internship I've ever had, I got from a brother in my fraternity. So that alone is enough.
Actually, I'm in accounting, and two of the guys who just graduated are one of the biggest accounting firms in the world. They said that, if I keep doing what I'm doing, I'll get an interview with them, so I'm excited by that.
I finally Kappa pin on. I had the 3 T's on. And, we went, I was just walking around, making connections there, basically. Everyone was there. They're socializing with everyone, and I went up to a booth, and, this guy caught it, and we done the whole secret handshake, I guess you call it. And I legit sat there for maybe 20 to 30 minutes talking to him about it. And through him, he's connected with me on Facebook. And with that, I've also made friends of his that are also in the academic world, not only in PE, but high school teachers, middle school teachers, all the way down to the elementary school level. So that's really helped out.
It definitely helps it. I know for me personally, because there are so many different nursing majors in my sorority, that I definitely have somebody to go to if I'm stuck on something. And so I always have that support and everything through all my classes.
I thought it would definitely hurt my grades. It was kind of weird. Last semester, Ruben J can attest to this, I had the highest GPA in the entire house. Yep. Had a 4.0. I know, PE major, laugh all you want. But still, I had a 4.0, and that's the first time I've ever had that. I slacked off a lot in high school. And my Russian fall, and I told my parents, I'm like, I apologize straight from the get. I was like, I don't think I'll be able to sustain that high 3 GPA. I might be more towards the middle. And, they helped me so much with it. We actually have another education major in the house Adam Maz. So he's actually helped me out a lot with classes. And, those study table hours really do affect you. I was never a big studier, probably why I slacked off in high school. But those study table hours definitely gave me the resources available to maintain that 4.0.
I definitely think it does affect my education in a positive way, especially during finals week last semester. I was really struggling, and a couple of guys, gave me a good pat on the back. We worked together, we studied, and it came out good.
I think that it really helped me just because you have to make grades. And even when you're having issues with the class, you have 20 girls that have already taken the class and people that struggled with it and people that aced it. So you could talk to the people about how much you hate the class and then go to the people that aced it and get help with it.
My sorority, personally, we do Kiss the Cook event where we raise money for Alzheimer's Association. So we throw a night where it's $5 all you can eat, and we raised over $2,500 for our Alzheimer's Association Foundation. So
Dude, I mentioned this previously in Hope Haven. Hope Haven's like a homeless shelter. And basically, we just go there and we basically do chores as if you would around like a house. And it's really cool because like they feed you and they're not like terrible people who like aren't motivated to work. They're just unable to find work, or some have disabilities, and just sitting down, eating lunch with them, like talking to them about sports. Talked to a guy last semester for about 50 minutes to an hour, just about the Hawks. And like I'm not a big hockey fan, but just seeing the enjoyment in his face when talking about that. And then also over at nearby elementary school at Brooks Elementary, for like Thanksgiving, Halloween, around that time. And me and some other members went out to the school and assisted in a field day. So that was fun too, because I'm a teacher, so that obviously helped me out a lot.
Yes, Camp Keesum is an organization that goes around and helps kids who have parents with cancer. It's really tough for those kids who see their heroes go through tough times like that. So we go around, whether it's restaurants or just organization events, and we raise funds for them and participate in their events.
We have like so many volunteer hours that we need to make. That way we just are always doing something to help out. It's also with other Greek Life, their philanthropy events. That way we can reach out to other organizations that need assistance and help with that. But we are doing the NIU Cares Day and stuff like that, where we can really get out into the community and be hands-on, and then like spread like what we're trying to build in the community.
We do NIU Cares Day every semester. Most fraternity and sororities do. We do a lot of work with Tails. That's always fun. Feed My Starving Children. Like I said, the open houses, tutoring, just across the board. Pretty much anything we can get involved with, we do if we have enough resources.
Okay, and then how is like the professional fraternity different from like a social fraternity?
So we don't have a house, and that's like the biggest difference, I think.
It's definitely given me a lot of opportunities, not only to join like clubs and all that, like Camp Kesem, but it's also allowed me to volunteer in different charities that I wouldn't have volunteered in before.
Going along with the sports thing, I'm currently a tugger. I'm doing floor hockey right now. I was able to play a little bit of flag football, and this upcoming spring I'm going to be on the soccer team for the fraternity. And no, I am nervous. No, I haven't, especially for tugs, floor hockey, and soccer. Never played floor hockey before, never done any sort of hockey. Tugs, had no idea what it was coming into college. And soccer, haven't played competitively since 8th grade. And for football, I was a kicker. So I was really lackadaisical throughout my high school playing career.
Definitely not here. I've not heard of anybody here that's been hazed.
For ours, no. As I said, when I was going through the rush process, I expected hazes to be terrible. But to be honest, it was really more about socializing with the guys, just getting to know them. And like everyone was friendly about that. We basically had to do like nothing hazing wise. They just encourage you to come out and just really be around them, like get to.
We've never been hazed. I'm sure that it's not like completely gone, but I don't think that it's as big as it's made out to be. So.
I mean, I think there's obviously a reason that reputation exists. You can take a look at the news and see why. The approach I take is every semester, when we get our new pledges, I have a talk with them at the very beginning and say, listen, our process has been approved by our central office, but that doesn't mean if that doesn't mean it won't make anyone uncomfortable. So if you do see or hear something, you have to tell us. There's no way we can do anything about it if we don't know. You're not going to get in trouble for telling us. We don't haze. I don't think anyone should. I think that's a quick way to get yourself in trouble, but also to, I don't know if that's the best way to foster a sense of brotherhood or sisterhood. So I think hazing, the reputation it has, is there for a reason, but I think at the same time, I think that everyone just applies that to stereotype Greeks, which it obviously isn't true for everyone.